All right, what's going on, guys? It's your boy coming back, man. Coding with the Coding Therapist. That's what I call my YouTube channel, but y'all know me as Seth, because I will be posting this on YouTube and also in Code the Dream. So basically, I did go ahead and break down the problems because I didn't want to have y'all watching a long video. So basically, this problem is given an array of integers, popular scores representing the popularity scores of songs in a music festival playlist. Return the number of popular song pairs. A pair I and J is called popular if the songs have the same popularity score and I is less than J, right? So when I think about it, let's see here. We'll bring this over. All right. So when we think about popularity scores, right? So I'll use um, one of the examples here, like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, right? So basically, if and I think it said if the let's pop this back here. So if I is less than J and the number equals next number, right? Or num.next. And this has nothing to do with a linked list. I'm just kind of writing some pseudocode, right? Then that means it's a pair, right? So basically, that's it. I mean, because we know if we're iterating through this array, right? So if I'm iterating, I just found me a pair, so that's going to give me one, right? And then I go through here again, and I find another one. That's going to give me one. Two doesn't have any matches. I'm going to go here. We got a pair. And then we up to this one here. This one has a pair. So for pairs, this should return 4, right? Similar if we had an array that was this way, right? Because I know y'all are always thinking about edge cases because y'all are so smart. So if you got an array that's like this, basically, um, this is a pair. We'll say 1. This is a pair. That's 1. This is a pair. That's 1. Then we'll move on to the next one. So the iterator go here. This is a pair. That's 1. This is a pair. That's 1. And then right here we're down to the last one before we hit the edge, and that's 1. So that should return 6. All right, let's go ahead and code this thing up. So brute force, if you think about, to make sure, um, yeah, that we're snoozing on this thing, because I do some pair programming today. All right, so if we brute force this thing, right? So basically, I kind of got it broke down what we do, like the UPI plan. Please incorporate this into your framework for solving problems. It'll help you a whole lot. Or the umpire, which is umpire is a little bit more advanced because that's when you start recognizing like patterns and recursive and breadth first search. When you start understanding patterns or Fibonacci, those things is when the umpire, because umpire be understand and then match. Match is basically where you're matching an algorithm that you have seen before, or so forth and so on, right? So this right here is basically giving the input array of popular scores. That's my pseudocode. Return number of pairs. That is the songs equals the same popularity and index. Well, we already know because we just showed we did a dry run on the array. Looking at the sliding window method, basically I'm not using the sliding window method. I'm going to brute force it, and then we'll refactor for time complexity and space complexity, right? And then if there are two zeros, are they considered paired? That's just a question that I would ask, um, There's two zeros in there, right? Are they part of the popularity score, right? So need a loop condition. Should I append the pairs? No, that's what was my thought earlier, right? So we know as far as brute force, um, loop through the array with I and j if they match pairs plus one, and then return pairs. All right. Implement a result array. That's what I was going to do earlier, but that is not the case. We don't have to do that because I would have been basically taking a snapshot of the elements. Here we go. Brute force total count, which is pairs. All right. So let's go ahead and implement this. So we'll say we got to create our pairs first, y'all. So we'll say for I in range, length of popularity scores, all right. And then we'll say for j in range, and then we'll say of I plus 1, right? Because range is from this, so we want to be, for j, we want to be right in front of I, and then we're going to loop all the way to the end of popularity scores, right? And this is going to keep reiterating. So I will be the first one, j will go. If it matches, we return pairs, and then I will move up, and then j will go again. So just giving you kind of that idea. And then if popularity scores I equals popularity scores j, oh no, not a string, j, then pairs equal 1, and then of course we want to return pairs at the end here. Alright, let's save here. We should get it. Yep. So we got the expected scores. I thought I had the expected scores down here. Alright, so the problem with this though is the time complexity. Let's do this. So time complexity is going to be O of n squared. I like to do the representation, right? O of n squared, because we got to loop through the array twice, right? We got to loop through the array twice. Space complexity will be O of n, I think. Might be O of n or O of 1. I think it's O of n, right? But this is pretty slow, right? I mean, it gets the job done, but it's pretty slow. But I think we can do better. I think we can get to O of n and space complexity of O of 1. Alright, so we're going to get rid of this. We'll keep our pairs up there. So what we're going to do is implement a hash map, right? And I can say hash map equals, and for you JavaScript, and JavaScript is basically a dictionary. So basically what we want to do, we want to loop through popularity scores, right? So we want to say for score and popularity scores, right? If score is in hash map, then what we're going to do is say pairs equal hash map score, right? So basically we're looking at the pairs in there, and so we want to add 1 every time it's a pair. But this little trick right here is going to make sure that it's counting each element and moving to the next element, like I showed you in the dry run when we was doing the dry run, and when we was going through here and we was counting each one, and then we moved to this. This is what this next thing is going to do. All right. So basically, we're going to do hash map score, and then we're going to plus one. I'm getting that wrong, y'all. Plus one, right? And then else, of course, is not in there. It's not in the hash map, so we want to add it. So we want to say hash map score, and we want to add it, right? It means it equals 1. So we should get the same thing, y'all. Boom, there we go. But the only thing that's the thing that's better about this way is because we're going in the dictionary for the score, it's going to turn that O of n squared to O of n. And now we're working with something, y'all. I think it's still O of, yeah, because we still lose O of n, right? So basically, we have just increased our efficiency in coding, and that's another episode with your boy, man. God bless you all. Y'all stay safe.